In this video, we will quickly create a C-import job with minimum amount of data required. Click on SI job link under C-import section. The first tab, Basic Info, collects the most important information about this job. The job number is an auto-generated field. You cannot modify it. Beside the job number, the nature of job field allows us to select the type of job we are creating, whether it's parent, child, or an individual, which is none in this case. Next, you need to select the creation date of this job. Job type and subtype field stores the operational type of the job like direct, co-loaded, cross-trade, or a liner agent job. The subtypes defines whether this job is about full container load, loose containers, car, or break bulk. After selecting subtype, select non-DG if your shipment contains non-dangerous goods. Incoterms are standardized international trade terms that define the responsibilities of buyers and sellers for the delivery of goods. We are selecting Cost, Insurance, and Freight, CIF. Select Cost Center, managing this job. Select Current as job kind and provide customer reference number if available. Next, tell the system who is paying the security through Security Paid By field. Select the freight type, whether it is prepaid or will be collected at port of discharge. Assigning nomination is important. Tell the system whether it is freely handled or specifically nominated, or it could be a business-to-business coordination. Provide the job file number in relevant field. Set and Clear Defaults button is helpful if you want to keep entered values as default values for future jobs. Select the tax distribution type, if applicable. Next, it is required to provide house and master BL numbers with their dates. Parent jobs and shipment list buttons are for showing list of any parent jobs or all the existing shipment jobs list. Let's quickly add the required information for every import job. Pressing F1 in each field will open a list of relevant data for that field. The client, commodity, and port of loading fields are mandatory, while the others are optional but recommended to fill. Press F1 in the vessel and voyage fields and select the names of vessel and voyage handling your shipment, along with estimated departure and arrival dates. That's enough for this tab. Let's move on to the next tab, which is for providing equipment details. The Equipment tab collects information about all the containers of the shipment. First, provide the container numbers along with their seal numbers. Then select type or size of the container. You can also set free days, detention, and demurrage details here. While everything is optional, providing as much data as possible is always helpful. Another important detail is to provide the gross weight of the containers. You can select the weighing unit and enter the gross weight in the relevant field. Click disk icon in toolbar above for saving all information, and move to next tab, which is BL Detail. In the BL Detail tab, most of the information updates automatically as we enter data in the Basic Info and Equipment tabs. If you notice any information from the previous tabs missing here, simply click the Refresh BL Detail button. We will recheck this tab after updating the details in the next tab, which is for Charges. The Charges tab allows users to record and calculate the receivables and payables associated with a specific shipment. To demonstrate its functionality, we will create 2 sample entries for a clearer understanding. In the Receivable tab, select the column name Charge and press F1. From the pop-up list, select desired head of this receivable transaction. Enter the rate, which will automatically be calculated based on the quantity field. The total will then be populated in the amount field. Additionally, you can input the discount rate and taxes, which will impact the net amount field. For every entry in receivable transactions, the customer name must be provided. To select a customer, press F1 or manually enter the customer code in the code field under Customer Information. Let's switch to the Payable tab. In the Payable tab, the process is similar to receivable entries. However, instead of entering customer information, you need to provide vendor information. Click on Disk icon and toolbar for saving the charges. Let's revisit the BL Detail tab to observe additional updates. You will notice more values populated from Charges tab. It's time to approve the job and prepare it for generating the necessary documents. Click the Approve button at the bottom of Basic Info tab. If everything is okay, you will see an approved stamp on the screen. To generate invoices and bills, charges need to be approved separately. Click on the Charges tab. Select the entries in Receivable and Payable one by one. After selecting the entries, click on the Approve button at the bottom. Upon approval, the background of the selected entry will change to gray, indicating its approved status. Now switch to Basic Info tab and produce desired printable documents one by one. You may need to configure the properties of each report after clicking the Reports button. Produce a printable PDF of delivery order. Printer icon and toolbar above helps to produce printable document of the selected report. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.